What is going on, you little assholes? Today I'm going to be taking a look at Dead Space, the remake that just dropped a few hours ago. One of the greatest survival horror games ever created. The original came out in 2008. Now we're here in 2023. I can't believe it, 15 years later. And we get to play this masterpiece again. Is it worth it though? Do you guys need to spend your $80 like I did? I'll let you guys know by the end of the video. Alright, now I'm sure some of you guys have played Dead Space before because it's a classic, but for those of you guys who have never touched this game before, let me give you a rundown of what the story's about without spoiling it. Dead Space is set in the year 2508, a time when humanity has spread throughout the universe, following a near extinction of humans on Earth due to resource shortages. Ships called planet crackers are being used to harvest resources from other planets. A massive deep space mining ship called the Ishimura goes dark after unearthing a strange artifact on a distant planet. Engineer Isaac Clarke, also the protagonist in this game, embarks on the repair mission, only to uncover a nightmarish bloodbath, the ship's crew horribly slaughtered and infected by alien scourge. In other words, there's a ship, something goes wrong, aliens infect people, they're dying all over the place, and people are fucking need help, and you have to go there and save their ass. As far as changes go to the story from the 2008 version to this remaster, the only thing that was noticeably different for me was, of course, Isaac actually talking in this game.
Yeah, but it makes no sense. They're out of fuel. The centrifuge is offline. We're tethered to a 4 trillion ton payload. Without the engines, it's dragging us down to the...
No, he didn't in the original, but he did in the sequel and later on in the third game. And I don't know if you guys are going to care about that. I'm sure some people might not like it just because the original, he didn't express himself or verbalize anything. But, you know, I would be more upset if he didn't talk at all throughout all 3 games and then they just randomly add it into this remake. But he did obviously talk in the second game and the third game, so I have no problems with them doing that for this remake. There's also some changes with the dialogue, very slight and minor. You're not going to notice too much. I did play the original about a year ago, so I did notice, like, I don't remember them saying that, or did they say that? Or did they say this much during a certain cutscene? And that's basically it. Nothing that's going to hinder the story or change too much or anything like that, so nothing to worry about there. And if anything, with these changes to the dialogue, I feel like it's actually adding more to the story and the lore of this game, so I like it. Now, some of the other changes that you're going to notice instantly is the map from the original has been improved upon. At least I think it's been improved. So in the original game, of course, it was a 3D model style map, and every time I pulled that thing up, I was kind of confused and didn't know what the hell I was looking at. I didn't play the original until like 2015, so it felt a little bit outdated. But in the remake, it is a simpler 2D style map, and it makes things a lot easier for players to find their way around the ship and know exactly where they're going. In the original Dead Space, you had to take a tram or a train or whatever the hell you want to call that thing from one level to the next, but in the remaster, you actually have to travel yourself to get to the start of the next one. And that can be inside the Ishimura ship or outside. Did I pronounce that right? Ishimura? Ishimura? I'm probably pronouncing it like an idiot. Somebody let me know in the comment section. How the hell do you pronounce that shit? God, I'm stupid. But yeah, don't worry. Everybody calm down. There's still fast travel. You can still use the tram if you want to go back to a previous mission or a previous area, so you can still use that. Now, easily one of the biggest changes I'm finding with this remake as I'm playing it right now is the spacewalk. In the original, you had to actually jump from like platform to platform, which at the time it didn't feel too awkward or weird or anything. But if you go back and play it, that system definitely feels a little bit outdated, or maybe it's just me. Anyways, in the remake, they have made some pretty nice and necessary changes to the zero gravity system. You can actually float around now, which is 1,000 times better. Similar to the second and third games, of course. For those of you that are watching this video that are huge fans of doing side quests and side missions, what do you guys call them? Side missions, side quest, mission on the side? You guys get the point. There's definitely some added ones here from that weren't in the original game, so, you know, a couple extra hours, not hours, I would say maybe it adds like an extra hour and a half, 2 hours total worth of side quests. Let's talk a little bit about the gameplay. So I don't know if it's just me or if you guys feel the same way, but anytime I hear they're gonna remaster a classic video game, sorry, did I say remaster? Nobody wants a remaster. Don't ever make a remaster again, okay? The remasters are all bullshit. They don't even change shit. It looks like the exact same game. They don't do anything. They don't... Okay, let me stop. But you guys get the point. No more remasters. Anyways, the gameplay for this remake, it's pretty faithful to the original, and going back to the original last year, I honestly didn't even feel like it felt outdated. Like, visually it did look outdated, and the frame rate was pretty bad on my Xbox, but other than that, it still felt good. It still played good. The fluidity, the smoothness, it was fine. And with this remake, they basically just touch it up a little bit and make it feel even better. Yeah, honestly, if you guys were to go back and play the original today and then go get the new one tomorrow, you wouldn't feel a drastic difference in gameplay mechanics. It feels identical to the original, which is fine. I mean, these classic games, for the most part, one of the reasons why we love them, usually, not always, but most of the time, the gameplay mechanics were phenomenal for the time, and they usually age pretty well. And I'm going to give you guys a heads up. I honestly wasn't sure if I should do this, but if you have played the original game and you think you know it, like you played it 10 times and you're just like, oh, I know where the enemies are and I know where the necromorphs are going to pop up. You don't know. You don't have a clue with this remake, okay? They're going to pop up in vents that you weren't expecting. They're going to pop up behind you. They're going to be beside you. They're going to be in your mouth before you know it. So just be on the lookout for that. And if you've never played this game before, then don't worry about it. Have fun. People like to say that visuals aren't everything, and they are right, but when it comes to a remake or a remaster, I'm telling you right now, graphics better be improved substantially. And with this one, of course they are. I mean, the time gap between the two, the original and now, it's been 15 years, like I've already said. So, you know, looking at them side by side, you can obviously tell that this game looks 10 times better. Not that the original looked bad for its time. It's just, you know, it's just such a gap in between that you're going to notice a lot of changes. It's not like a game that came out in 2012 or 2015 and now it's re-releasing in current year. It's been a large amount of time in between. Yeah, graphics, I've been impressed so far. I'm playing on the Xbox Series S. I don't have like the greatest setup as far as like monitor goes, and you know, obviously I just said I'm on a Series S, so I'm not getting like the best experience possible, but even on my Series S, it looks pretty good. So I can't imagine what it looks like on PC and PS5 and Series X, but the lighting looks phenomenal. The character models, I don't know. The character models look good. I'm not going to say that they don't. But some of the characters, like Nicole, she looks a lot different than the original game. And I saw some people complaining about that, and even Isaac. But I think the main reason for that is because, you know, the original game's from 2008. So their faces back then, it's like, what did Nicole even look like in 2008? You know what I mean? I mean, we have like a general idea of what she's supposed to look like, but the graphics weren't the greatest for the time, so they can kind of change up the look a little bit. I don't have a problem with it, but I know some people might. As far as the enemies go, like the necromorphs, I think that they look really, really good. As far as like gore goes, when you're cutting off the limbs and stuff of the necromorphs, that looks great. A lot of attention to detail, and it definitely looks like a new generation game. I'm not going to say it's like the best looking game I've played this year, but it's definitely up there. Now for the main purpose, why a lot of you guys probably clicked on this video, is it worth buying? I know a lot of you guys have probably been saying, shut up, dude, just please tell me if I should buy this game or not. I'm about to, okay? It's $80. It's actually $90 here in Canada, which is unbelievable. $90 plus tax. It came to like $100. Crazy, 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 crazy for a video game. Now, first I want to talk to the people that have played Dead Space before. I'm with you guys. I've beat this game twice and I still bought it, but do I think you guys should? Honestly, I would hold off. If you've played Dead Space before, I think you still can enjoy this game. I don't think you're going to get the same experience as somebody that's coming in fresh and has never touched it before. The changes are nice, especially visually. I'm sure that's why a lot of you guys are debating buying this game, is because it looks so good. But as far as gameplay goes, as far as story goes, I just don't think there's enough changes to warrant you spending $80 plus tax. Now, when this game does drop to, I would say $40 even, I think it's worth it. Even if you played this game before, I think $40 is probably what this game should have retailed for, or maybe $60 even. For $80, you're not getting a lot of playtime out of it. I mean, I think you can beat the story in like 10 hours, and even if you do all the side quests and stuff, you're only getting an extra few hours. So it just doesn't warrant $80 in my personal opinion. Again, it's your money, do what you want. Somebody that's never played this game before, I think the $80 is more warranted. If you're looking for a new game to play, it's a little bit stale right now. We do have Hogwarts Legacy coming out in like, what, 2 weeks now, so if you're not a Harry Potter fan and you don't give a shit about Slytherin and Gryffindor, then you might want to buy this game, because I don't think there's too much coming out for the next few months. I would say if you've played it before, maybe wait, hold off. If you haven't played it before and you're looking for something to hold you into the next game you buy, I think this is a good purchase. You can definitely, it does have a good replayability factor. You can go back and play it 2, maybe even 3 times and still have fun. Like I said, 10 hours of story, maybe 11 to 12 hours if you do everything. It's just, I don't know, right? Like, is 10 to 12 hours of story enough to purchase a game for $80 nowadays? Not that the game's bad. I think this is a really well done remake actually, and I don't have a lot of complaints, as you guys heard throughout this review. And usually myself, I'm kind of being a hypocrite here, I don't actually buy story mode games day one for the most part, unless they're like an RPG game and you get 50 or 100 plus hours of gameplay out of it. Something like this I usually would wait until there's a sale, but I bought it anyways. Anyways, really solid remake. Don't want to complain too much, or I don't even think I complained that much at all. This is a top-notch remake, and yeah, Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys plan on purchasing this game, and I will see you guys in my next video. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll never see you again. I love you.